coming out. We were able to be out there in practice. I thought it was an energetic day. I thought our guys responded well just with the effort, all aspects of what we were trying to do from a physical nature. Got some good situational work, second, third down, kind of series-esque situations for guys having to think and constantly changing with the unexpected. I thought it was a good day. I thought the defense really flew around, made some really nice plays, continuing to create pressure, which is definitely good to see. I think that offensively, we're looking at a couple different combinations. Had a few guys that were held out there on the offensive line, so some new opportunities. Continuing to push and challenge. The receiving core had some inconsistency today. With that group, there was some good moments. You're still seeing the positive flashes. I thought Pokey Wilson had a nice day, a couple big plays. I thought the quarterbacks were doing a good job going through their reads and delivering the ball, to where they need to be, but just a few too many missed opportunities. Cam McDonald is continuing to have a really good spring. I was pleased with what I saw from him. I thought our secondary flew around, some really nice plays out there on the perimeter. But all in all, we're taking some positive steps. Like the competition and development that I'm seeing from the linebacker crew. I want to give a shout out to Kalen DeLoach. I think he's really playing with a lot of confidence these last 2 weeks. He's a young man. I've seen some great strides from, obviously with Emmett being out for a little while here this spring. I mean, it's provided an opportunity for those guys to get some work, and Kalen's definitely taking advantage of that opportunity along with the other backers in the room. But really pleased with what I'm seeing there. So it was a good day. Puts us in a great position heading into Saturday. There's a lot of excitement on our team, for Saturday and the spring game, and you're definitely looking forward to that opportunity to go out and compete and continue to work in our development in every way of what we're trying to accomplish. And then we will finish up on Sunday with a helmets practice, kind of a wrap up of spring ball, and definitely looking forward to seeing the further growth in all phases there.
First question will be Irish football.
Hey, how long has Akeem Dent been back at practice, and how did he handle that time of not participating? Because it looked like he made some nice plays today.
He did. He's been back for probably. He's been participating the last couple of weeks. He's been full go the last this week, and maybe might have had the Wednesday practice. I can't recall just off the top of the head. I think he was limited in that, but he's been full go this week. I thought there was he had some rust that they had to shake off there on Tuesday, and he came out today, and I thought he did make some really nice plays. I thought he was competing, challenging guys at the catch point. Was in good position. He showed up in both the pass game and had a couple nice plays in the run game as well. But we've got a lot of competition at corner, and I like seeing guys respond to the challenge. And like I said, Keem with his first full day back Tuesday had a couple plays that that he gave up or missed opportunities, and I thought today he really responded at a high level.
Next will be Brendan Marcello from 247 Sports.
Hey, Coach, just a little bit off topic, but I've been talking to a lot of your colleagues across college football as the COVID-19 vaccine becomes more readily available, and we're starting to see athletic departments setting up kind of not facilities, but opportunities for coaches to all get vaccinated. And as we move forward to August and toward the season, there's the question of, some universities might mandate the shot with their on-campus students. I know Rutgers is going to do that. Some just saying they got to educate their students. And then there's some college football coaches who are kind of like, I'm going to try and direct my students to get the vaccine so they don't have to get a thing stuck up their nose every other day and maybe have to go through all these different protocols. How do you think you'll go about it as far as educating your team? What will you say to them? What do you want to see? And what do you want to see across maybe college football when it comes to the vaccines?
We've talked to our team, specifically this last week with more opportunities available. You're here within Tallahassee for for all of our city's population. And that's one of the things that we've presented to our guys. We, to say, almost survey just to get a sense of kind of where they are, to make sure that we can help educate them in all the information that's out there. But we're definitely going through this process with them, and everybody's got an opinion of what they would like to do, and we want to support our guys in all aspects of who they are, what they want to do, and just make sure that we're continuing to be safe, in every way that we possibly can, to continue to be able to practice, to be able to play. And, I think our guys have done a nice job with that.
We'll go back to Ira.
I know you said the receivers had some inconsistency today, but how far have Corey Wren and Ja'Kai Douglas come in this spring, their first spring on campus, and how much have you seen out of them?
I'm really excited. I would say, Corey is a guy with tremendous speed. We're still looking for just the consistency of looking at him, not only in the backfield, but also, being able to move him out in the slot and, be able to play in space and utilize that speed, and just, learning and developing in some of those techniques and fundamentals of how to create separation in the intermediate passing game, as well as, what he's doing there vertically. But, and then Ja'Kai, I think Ja'Kai has made great strides. He's very natural at the receiver position. He can plays with great bend, create separation. He's definitely been a bright spot. And I'd also say, Kentron has done a really, really nice job. I thought today he had one of his better days. Made some great catches out there on the edge. You could see the confidence building. You look at him, Malik, and their competition and growth there. It's been fun watching those guys continue to get better. It's just I'm starting to see Kentron take that next step to where it's play in, play out. We really challenge them to be able to stack those positive plays upon each other. And today he showed up and did that. Had a really good series where I think he got two or three balls within the set, and just you can see that confidence that's starting to emerge. But really pleased with all of those three of those guys just mentioned and their development. They're just all at different places, but definitely think Ja'Kai is going to help this team a lot in many different ways this next year.
Will be Aslan Hazarandi.
Coach, keeping it with the wide receivers, just when you're mixing in so many new guys, are you trying to find a certain amount of guys that can do everything, or are you trying right now to kind of identify what each guy can kind of do right and utilize them in that sort of fashion?
Yeah, that's going to show up throughout the course of the practices and what we're asking them to do. We are, we're multiple with our receivers, and to be able to put that on display throughout the course of the spring, you're going to get a great sense of guys' strengths and areas that they need to continue to improve in, so that we can position when we get into game planning and things that maybe the positions that we want to put them in to help showcase all that they can do. But and more than anything else, I'm looking for this consistency, play in, play out, and going out there and putting themselves in the best position, but then being able to finish the play. And that's where, there's great competition at that spot. And there's guys that are starting to separate themselves just throughout the course of how they play throughout the spring. And, there's going to be, a couple of guys that are going to come into the program, here this summer, and they're going to jump right into that competition. So, every rep, everything that we're doing absolutely matters. And these guys are pushing to define their role and what they're going to be able to do for this team with every day at practice and every rep that they get.
We'll go back to Ira.
Late last season, Kalen DeLoach I know there was a player or two on special teams he had that everybody seemed to get real excited. He's been on campus for a couple of years. Does sometimes it just take a guy a little while longer to kind of, as you find that confidence, as you mentioned?
Yeah, and part of it is just the overall development. And, Kalen is a talented young man, extremely athletic, has the right mindset when it comes to physicality and how to play. But, he was also, he was a redshirt freshman, this past year, and continuing to grow and develop. I like the progression of what I'm seeing throughout the course of his career. And, he's been able to get some great special teams, work. He's played in games for us. He's learned from the experiences, and he's a guy that actually in yesterday's team meeting, I pointed out specifically just from the work that he's taking with each rep, whether it's an individual, whether it's the intent during a walkthrough, and then seeing them apply that in group settings and taking that to team. He had I thought a really good scrimmage there this I guess a couple of weeks ago, and last time we were out there in a scrimmage situation, and I'm just seeing that confidence really starting to emerge. And as he's developed even further along physically, that's allowing him to do a variety of different things. And we've looked at him moving him inside a little bit, and he's actually played very naturally in there. He sees it well, and he's just going to get better and better with each rep that he gets.
Next would be go back to Aswan.
Coach, I think on Saturday, a lot of fans are going to be excited and anxious to kind of see what Jermaine Johnson's been able to bring to the defense. I mean, for you as an offensive-minded guy, what does a player on the opposing side like Jermaine Johnson do for you and Kenny having to kind of go up against him? And have you ever had anybody with that kind of skill set as a pass rusher on the defenses that you've been head coach of?
Yeah, I mean, he adds a chaotic element to an offense trying to execute. I mean, it's good to know that he's wearing garnet and gold, because he has really pushed himself. And everybody thinks about him as a pass rusher. The thing that I've probably been most pleased with, and just the unknown, is seeing the impact he's made in the run game. And he brings the right mindset, the right approach. Has been very physical. I challenged him, after Tuesday's practice, just in that consistency and leadership for who he is and what I believe that he can do. And today there were a couple of effort plays that really kind of stood out to me, seeing him chase down the ball, across the field when the ball's going away from him, just, trying to establish himself as that consistent leader, play in and play out. But he definitely can create havoc. And it's a challenge, and you got to do things to help, with him. But when that opportunity shows up, it's been great seeing other guys on the defensive front that have been winning in their one-on-one opportunities. So that's something that you want to see across the defensive front. But he's definitely bringing great value there.
Go back to Ira.
I know you guys practice in bad weather, but with it being a game for the fans and all that on Saturday, is there any thought to looking at the time or anything if it looks like it's going to be bad at that time of day, or is it 5 o'clock no matter what?
I mean, that's the plan right now. And, obviously we can't control the weather. We're going to go about, continuing to prepare leading up to it. If it's raining, we're playing. And, we're obviously if there's lightning or things like that come in, we'll look at the situation and where it goes. But there's plenty of times that we have high percentage predictions that nothing shows up, and I've also had plenty of times where there's been low level predictions and we've been swimming a little bit. So we'll see how it goes come Saturday. We'll evaluate everything as it gets closer to kickoff. But we're all plans are moving ahead, and you're looking forward to the opportunity to get out there and play the game.
All right, last one, we'll go to Aswan.
Coach, a lot of fans obviously going to travel to Tallahassee Saturday for the game. I mean, are there any sort of big picture things you hope they'll be able to take away from the game Saturday that you hope you can show them?
Yeah, just to see the development of our team and the speed, the energy, the physicality of what we play with. It's going to be great to see fans back in the stands, and an opportunity to cheer on this team. And you want to play clean football. Obviously there's a lot of things that we're going to play a lot of young players. Some guys that are going to be with the first group, second group, and even third group that this will be their most extensive snaps. You're playing in front of a crowd, but I'm just looking for guys to go out there and compete. And you compete at a high level, against your teammates, against yourself. I mean, that's one of the great joys of this game. But I want to see guys go out there and play fast and play confident, and for our fans to see the direction that our program's continuing to go in. I've got to watch that for the last 13 practices, and I'm excited about the steps that we've seen. Now it's going to be a fun opportunity to go do that in a spring game in front of our Seminole family.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.